Alright. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of sorry, RWBY.
RWBY.
I don't know what to call this, by the way, so I'm thinking we make a name. So what should we call it? Because we had Pokemon Trainer, which was Pokemon Jumpchain, Hoenn Hellions, because they were inside of Hoenn. We had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Spawn of Mystery, because it was mysteries and spawning. It was a fun name. So what should we name this? I'm thinking about two different names, one for heroes, one for villains. So any thoughts on it so far?
I don't know.
I had one. Hold on.
I think your one was like, oh, I don't know. It was something. We had some kind of name.
Jumpchain RWBY Dark Memories.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, we could do that. Dark Memories. Although that's kind of iffy.
Or Dark.
Actually, how about this? Actually, RWBY Rise of Darkness.
Or Dark Shadows. Ooh. RWBY Dark Shadows.
You guys are really good at making names up.
I know, right?
I like
RWBY
Jumpchain
Dark Shadows. I like that. That could work.
The reason why I'm thinking that is because we rise from the shadows, so it's like we're from the dark shadows.
Ooh, how about instead of Dark Shadows, how about Black Shadows?
Either one works. Either one works.
Yeah, either one works. Dark Shadows, Black Shadows. I might do Dark just because it's easier to say.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
And we already have a Black Knight and Black Queen virus. We don't need a
Yeah,
name.
so yeah, we'll go with this is the welcome to the RWBY Jumpchain Dark Shadows. Ooh, I like saying that. Ooh, yes.
Hey.
Now where's my blood copy? Oh wait, wrong series.
Yeah, so this is the first of three, I'm gonna say, prequel episodes. They're basically time-lapse episodes. So what we're gonna be doing in this series, I'm still gonna be doing this for heroes. So if you guys want to see the heroes tale, look on the left side. At the end, we're gonna have annotations for the full story and the heroes side of this as well. If you guys want to check that out, I'll also do the same for this series if you guys want to share this around. But what we're gonna be doing for this series is for the first 3 episodes, which is gonna be this and the next 2. They're going to be time-lapse episodes. We're going to condense an entire year because one of the PDFs says you guys get a whole year before start of canon to do whatever you guys wish. So this is basically a very quick run-through of what you guys are doing. I only have like another 20 minutes, so that's when we're going to stop. But we're going to get as much done as we can right here. We're going to start in Mistral. And let me grab my this thing. We're going to start in Mistral here. And we're going to move into Vale. So we're going to explain the 2 stories of Roasted and Rogue. We're going to then move into Vale via their backstories. And then on the second episode, so 2, on the second episode, we're going to move from Vale, explain Xylus's backstory. And we're going to move to Atlas and then explain Trek's story. And then after that, we're also going to explain Malachi's story. And this whole portion is going to take place in 4 months. That's an A, but whatever. Months.
These.
You guys can see it.
That is the most terrible fighting I've ever seen in my life.
These 2 and these.
Yeah.
This one right here are months.
Yeah. 4 through 8, I think. Yeah.
4.
So 4 through. Yeah. There you
8.
go. And then this Dragon Continent and Vale here are going to be 8 through 12.
8 through 12.
Yep. So if you guys want to watch this, you totally can, or you guys can skip to the first episode of Dark Shadows and just watch that from there. This is just background stuff, so you guys don't need to watch it. But if you guys want to know some of the story behind the characters, I deeply suggest you guys stay through and just watch this. They're also going to be much shorter than the actual ones, and the actual ones are going to be like hour to 2 hour long videos. This is going to be roughly half an hour, same with the other 2. But yeah, sorry if I seem like I'm rushing, because I do only have a little bit of time. But yeah. Anyway, so we're inside Mistral right here, and Roasted has done the great kindness of making up-to-date maps. Now these things are almost identical to the actual map itself. The locations of these are fairly well as well. It should be loading in better, but I can't really.
I probably was born right there or somewhere, or close to this area.
Yeah,
can see
is these portions loading in for you guys? Whoops, sorry.
We can see. I can see the
Yes,
whole map.
looking up for me. Yeah.
All right,
It's the
so
whole thing.
okay, because the this one isn't real Raven's Camp. I think that says.
Yeah, it's Raven's
Yeah.
camp. Most
Yeah, you
important.
have to zoom
It's
in,
a little
you
bit
can't see
blurry,
the
but
full
we
name.
can see it, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, so-
Let's move that to 60. There you go. Oh, that's not in the right location. That's okay. I hate you, me. I hate you. You suck. Move that up.
What did you
A
do?
little bit up. A little bit up. A little bit too left. A little bit more. A little bit up.
Just imagine someone's
There we
on this
go.
little tiny island right there.
So
How are
you
they
guys
gonna
would
get across
be
the lake?
in so I think roast. Okay, so yeah, Rogue, you roasted. Pick a place.
Where do you guys close around this area?
You might
Let's
be here.
see.
It's a quiet location, kind of foresty.
Yeah.
Rogue is a thief.
Yeah,
So his-
Rogue, I vaguely know where he's going to be. So there's 3 branches of this as well. This is the main section, which is the what you guys would call the triads, I guess. Then this portion, more or less, will be the Zakuas, or it's a
Okay.
Japanese title. They're basically gang members of sorts. So
Well, I
triads.
was thinking
and-
if we're thinking thieves wise,
Mhm.
it would be best bet if he's close by, but not
Mhm.
completely there, but
Yeah.
near Raven's camp. Like he works with them because he's a thief.
Yeah.
It's the best
true.
bet right there,
yeah.
because that's what they're described as thieves.
Oh yeah, it could work. But anyway, so we have the triads, we have the Zakuas, or what they're called, and these things are more or less protected by each other. And then this is the most heavily populated Grimm section, which is where the family resides. Well, portions of the family reside. So it's governed by 3 aspects, and the family is much smaller than either of these 2. So that's what it is.
Okay, you know what? Actually, you guys want me to be born from here, right?
Boop. Anywhere you want, put it. I don't care.
Because guess what down here? Guess what's down here? That can't be. That's the fucking white thing, bitches.
Okay, yeah, so that'll definitely work for you. And then
Okay.
Rogue, I would say you would probably be somewhere around here-ish.
I would say in between
Oh,
the mid
yeah,
Mitchell base.
Also,
Probably-
also, question when we have story
Around-
moment,
yeah.
we have everyone.
Actually, yeah, right there, yeah. That would be my best bet, yeah.
It's in
Now-
between Raven's camp and Mistral. I think definitely right there would be best for Rogue.
So now again, this don't be time lapse, so it won't have as much detail into it as we will with say the actual story with it. We will try to get a little bit detailed, but since I am running out of time, it'll probably be more detail in the next 2 episodes as well. And we might even compress the ending of this into the next episode. But we shall see. So anyways, so we're going to start off with Rogue here, because it's how I see the world itself. Now, Rogue, you do have the perk. I would just look at the thing, but you do
Looking
have the
forward.
perk flipping the table, which is very important because that's the only reason you can do what you're doing currently. So
Exactly.
yeah, so Rogue, you have many connections to people. You like making them. For this is the first to 4 months. So you land in the world, probably in a lot of pain. As RWBY said, you basically feel like every one of your bones and molecules have been pulled out and
Definitely.
then fried.
Every muscle bone is
Yeah.
aching, basically.
As it turns out,
So-
trans-dimensional portals, very painful in some cases. In other cases,
Oh yeah.
it's not. You just assume he likes to play with you guys at this point. He's just having fun watching you guys literally burn and then not burn. Apparently, it's just fun, you know. See what you guys do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
So like the first month or
chaotic
so.
gods.
Yeah, for the first month or so, you spend time gaining connections. You spend time learning about yourself. You learn about your
Just
weapon.
Learning about myself, learning about skills, my
What's
weapon.
your weapon
Now,
exactly? Hold on.
let me
Put
pull
down
that
your-
up.
Oh yeah, right, the battle axe, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
battle axe that turns into a
Crossbow.
crossbow.
So you landed on the ground in a lot of pain. And the first thing you see when you come to, after like an hour of spasming, is you have a massive, and I mean this thing is like 4 feet long. It's massive. A giant 2-handed barbarian war axe. Okay,
War axe,
it's
that
big.
Yep.
Yeah. But you also notice a couple of things. It's also extremely heavy. And I mean, like, you can barely wield it right now with just kind of flipping it around. Because I don't think that you have too high buy mod, but we'll look at that. And you also notice there's a switch on the side for some reason or another. After clicking the switch, you notice it like kind of compresses itself into like a pickaxe of sorts, which also looks like double-head scythe. But you also notice that you're able to channel energy into it, which is your next segment, which is you feel like you're about to explode because electricity keeps slapping you in the face.
Oh yeah, there's like, oh yes, that
And by slapping you in the face, I mean it's going everywhere, and every now and again it punches you.
Ow. Yeah. It seems familiar, set not so familiar at once.
You're vaguely able to control it, and you do notice that when you attempt to move it into the crossbow, pickaxe thing, it does in fact shoot. Kind of. It's very confusing on whether or not it shoots, or if it hits you, or if it does both, and you're just using it wrong. You're very confused about it.
Interesting. That's concerning, but very interesting.
But you also do notice that on the side there's a weird chamber of sorts with dust. You don't know what dust is yet because you don't have any... Oh no, you do have dust dummies. There's also a book on the floor that says "Dust for Dummies." You're a dummy.
Dust for dummies. Okay, that might be useful.
But you do notice that there is a chamber full of dust, and when you put your lightning on top of it, on top of the crossbow thing, you can activate the dust, and it'll change the color of your lightning, and when you shoot it, it explodes into whatever element you put into it, which was not fun when you lit your entire arm on fire.
Yeah, I remember that. That
was
was
a lot of fun hurting yourself here.
Yeah, that was fun and painful and all that good stuff.
So, by the way, this is Rogue's disguise. We don't have currently a picture of his casual, but we will once the series starts. Arista just has to make them, and they're very time-consuming.
His casual is basically just a black suit with a red waistcoat and a red tie. So,
Alright, cool.
Basically,
business
casual. Hold himself, huh?
Like how's he?
He's no act. He's casual. He likes to blend in. You can consider him as like a master would handle himself.
Okay. I will be right back. Unfortunately, just keep explaining.
Okay.
I'm terrible at.
Anyways, yeah, he's a pretty cool level.
I'm gonna go. So
okay.
All right, man.
Since we're doing my character on Sunday, but I do have to go.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
That's fine.
Peace.
Alright, keep going.
Yeah, same here, guys. See you guys around.
Anyway,
Say trick.
later. Anyways, he's the kind of likes to give out cool, calm,
Knowledgeable
vibes.
kind of thing.
Knowledgeable, yeah.
Okay.
Because his character, he likes to gain knowledge, and if he doesn't know something about it, he likes to read up on it. He likes to know. Basically, the last 4 months, he's been in Minstrel, reading up on things, learning about things, learning how to pick locks, learning how things been working in the criminal underworld, learning how the families work, those things.
Alright, cool. So your character is a cool, calm, kind of collected person who likes to learn about a lot of things, and your usual outfit is a nice black suit with red waistcoat and white shirt.
Exactly.
Alright, cool. So for about first month or so, you just kind of get your bearings, you learn how your weapon works, you learn how everything, around you kind of works, you start reading up on some libraries inside Mistral, and you do figure out one thing that you're really, really good at, which is stealing. You are really good at stealing things. Like, your light-fingered perk allows you to basically pickpocket pretty much anybody, and you're more than willing to punch someone in the dick in order to get what you want. Perfectly willing to do so.
That's
Crotch shot.
which matches my style. I mean, in the Pokemon Jumpchain stuff, I'd always be, disabling their Pokemon with a tranquilizer gun and hitting them with a baton and taking out the knees. And always
broken bones
taking
are
the
very
prize
efficient
money.
for getting you what you want.
Exactly, like especially with that prize money when you beat the Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah, and by the way, if you guys want to see all their perks, all their abilities, and everything like that, go into the description below. I have a link to my Google Drive, which has all their character sheets on there. You guys get to see all their abilities, and you guys able like fact check some of this stuff in case I mess up. But anyways, so for the first month or so, you decide to start stealing stuff. You get a lot of connections. You guys are directly next to a right here where is a connection point with Atlas, more or less. It's how they kind of ferry things over because of the icy terrain. And they basically carry it through the ice and then carry it through the boat on the lake, and then they get into Mistral. Very easy comparatively to a lot of other terrains, like the mountains and anything like that. But, and so you learn a lot about their stuff. You get a couple connections. Huh?
And one aspect that he does, that is his personality, he always likes to get results, and he's always willing to take a risk, and he doesn't like to lose. So that's why he always plans and makes different plans. So
yep. So while you're inside of good job, Roasted.
Sorry.
So yeah, you're good. So while you're inside Mistral, about the second month or so, you hear talk about a mission that some people are declining rather heavily because you're connected with a lot of criminals. It's a thieving mission. So you're like, hey, I'm good at this.
Okay, I'm good at this. I will try.
Yeah, so you walk up, get some info from the people. It may or may not involve breaking their fingers a couple of times, but it's fine. It's fine.
No, if it gets results, it gets results. No.
Yeah. And so you get the information. There's going to be a massive trade between the two of the three head groups of Mistral, the Akuza and the Try something.
Oh, actually, there is. Actually, dude, before we continue this, actually, there is one game that's in Mistral that I know of. That's actually canon.
Which was it?
It's called the Spiders.
Oh yeah, I think that's essentially a triad.
That basically is triad. Yeah.
So the spiders are essentially triad. So just whenever I say one of the two, just intermix them. But anyway, so you hear trade of the spiders and the what's essentially Akuza. Those two are the biggest crime organizations on Mistral. Two of them. The third one is the family, but they're a bunch of broken up groups. So you're not entirely sure of the family. You don't know much about them. You don't hear a lot about them, but you're fairly certain they're somewhere. And so the two big families, the spiders and the Akuza, are currently in a dealership with the Schnee Dust Company, which are super good at what you're doing. And you expected you need to steal something for Schnee Dust Company. Oddly enough, no. You have to steal a painting, and you have to verify the painting is fake. Very odd mission for you. Very strange.
It does sound very odd, yeah.
Yeah. But essentially the way that it works is that the two crime organizations are trying to strong-arm the Schnee Dust Company into buying a painting that's fake to give them a lot more power and a lot more money because the painting is relatively valuable. And the Schnee Dust Company thinks that they're getting a very valuable thing for roughly the same price, but they're getting screwed over from it. So, yeah, you decide to take
the game for a good deal then.
Yeah, so you decide to take the job, go through the mission and whatnot, but the only problem was you have to steal it from an incredibly advanced, and by advanced I mean incredibly fortified area. So obviously,
it's probably somewhere like there around here.
Yeah, somewhere like that. So obviously you're like, I don't know how to do this. I was here 2 months ago and my freaking pickaxe thing keeps hitting me. So what's the first thing you decide to do? You decide to go to a person who you keep on hearing for the last 2 months has made a name for himself in the thieving community, specifically in stealing paintings. And that is Roasted's character. You don't know much about him, but you do know his general location, and you do know something kind of like pushing towards there. And you have vague recollections of him being a person of reliability because you met him like 2 months ago, but it's vague. So, taking a little bit of time, you travel over to him, and you kind of meet him in the forest while he's alone without his family, more or less.
The biggest thing about my character is that his eyes aren't normal.
Mm-hmm. So you meet Roasted. Now, Roasted, tell us a little bit about your character.
So my character is basically very combat orientated, but he's also really good at stealing stuff.
Yeah. So this is what he looks
his
like.
His eyes aren't exactly normal. And no, he is not a Faunus. It's the curse. It was a Darkrai ability that he got. His eyes are slitted. They are blue, and his guns, I have not named him yet.
Yeah.
His semblance,
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Not really much is known. He doesn't know about his heritage or nothing really, but he does know that his eyes aren't exactly normal. People say he's a Faunus, but he's not. His eyes are not really normal at all. He is a well-rounded soldier. He can get up close and personal and take a shot at you without even missing. He's that good what he does. He doesn't kill while he's on the job though when he's stealing stuff, because he just finds killing people for stupid stuff or just trying to like shut up people, he just finds that unnecessary. Only when you do something really, really horrible, like if you hurt one of his family members, he will come hunting for you. And he won't stop until you're dead.
Eesh. But yeah, so Rogue, you come up to this person who's actively trying to live a quiet life, I think, right?
Yeah, in a way he's meditating. In a way he always likes to meditate and focus.
Yeah. So he's just sitting outside, kind of sitting there meditating, taking some breaths, just kind of calm. And you walk up to him inside this heavily dense forest. You've had to kill a couple of Grim to get here, but it's kind of easy when you have a giant pickaxe to just kind of stab him in the brain. As it turns out, when you throw pickaxes at things, they typically die. Who knew?
Who knew? I mean, this thing's super useful.
So you find Roasted kind of just meditating outside of his tiny little hut or whatever. His family kind of gone for a little bit.
My character's name is Midnight Shade.
Yeah, Midnight. So you see Midnight just kind of sitting there meditating, and so you walk up. Stares at Rogue.
Do anything?
Let me. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here. I'm trying to do like 5 things at once. I need to focus on this. Okay, so anyways.
I never feeling
it's
so
been such
well.
a day. But anyways, I just kind of walk up to you as like, Nightshade, I presume.
Who's asking?
I go by the name Rogue, or Mr. Rogue, if you want to call me by my proper name.
I think I've heard about you through the underground a little bit. Not much. I know.
I'm glad you've heard me. Well, allow me to turn.
A what?
Was that Rogue?
I'm glad the word's getting around about me.
My character opens his eyes and he looks at you and as you notice his eyes are not really like human like, but nor can you tell he's not a Faunus at all because he doesn't have animal parts on him.
That's something you don't see every day.
What, my eyes?
Yeah, your eyes. Not quite human, but I don't think any Faunus live out here.
Not really. We usually just keep to ourselves. This is a small community. So, what is it you came for me for?
Well, you see, I am undertaking a really high value job, but that really doesn't requires two people at least to pull off a heist of a painting.
Depends on what kind of
Talk.
painting it is.
Well, it's a painting that I guess a couple crime families are using in a deal. I believe this one family in Atlas to kind of bring everything together closer to make a peace offering, I guess. And this one family, this client, wants to verify it's being real. Well, the thing is, the client, no, the client can't get near the painting because the Yakuza are not letting anyone near it, which is kind of making the family curious. So, what the job is they want me to go in, take it, get appraised, see if it's real or fake or whatever it is, and see what it actually is. And everyone I've talked to, first off, no one's taking the job. When I've talked to help me is making it sound like it's going to be a hard job and don't want to take it. So I figured if I found someone on the outside, maybe I could find someone that would be willing to take it on. Because this is a huge crime family they're talking about. The thing that's going on is, well, if you mess with this family, you're pretty much burned in that part of Mistral. So, before I say anything else, you say?
Well, there's two things I have to tell you. One, I can't do it. The reason why is because I'm trying to obtain enough money so I can help my adopted family here, the ones who took me in, get out of their situation that they've had. They're the ones who took me in, and that's the reason why I became an art thief in a way. The money helped them. And another reason that I can't do it is because, one, this sounds like something very murky about it. There's a reason I don't get involved with crime families like that.
Well, there's well, this is the kind of curious thing about this job. It's a very high-paying job. A lot of the high criminals are high up there touching it. They're staying away from it.
I think there's a good reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And it's kind of the reason why I'm trying to go for this job. But so
let me give you some word of advice, kid. Let me give you some words. I think you should not take this job at all. Reason being, when it comes to the crime families, if all of them are going to be there, this ain't going to be pretty. Like I said, I've already been trying to get enough money so I can get my family out of this hellhole, and so we can probably move to maybe Vale. And after that, I'm going off the grid for a while. But my recommendation, my character gets up to get ready to leave somewhere, and he says this to him. He just turns his head to him and says, I recommend you not recommend taking this job at all. Something smells wrong here. And I can smell that from a mile away.
Trust me, I can smell something's up. But so that's why the representative of the Sneed family personally talked to me about this.
Oh, great. Douchebag assholes who I hate the most.
I know they're worried that they're going to be swindled in this deal. Because here's the thing, I too well on my art, but I have a friend who is a good dealer, and he's probably one of the best in the business. And he's willing to tell me if this is real or not. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The Snee family basically told me the deal is that they're starting to sell this painting for a reasonably low price. Like, this is a six-figure thing for well below that price. So nothing doesn't add up. Either one of their art thieves stole it and it's too hot for them and they're trying to get rid of it using this as a peace offering, or it's a fake and they're not saying it's a fake. It's just doesn't add up, and they're trying to, and it's kind of boggling me. I know, I understand you're serious trying to say no, you're not going for that job, and this is probably why a lot of people are going away from this job. But I believe that if we do this job, and if it's real, and this is the thing, if it's real or not, depending on if it's real or fake, you're still getting paid. And I can promise you a fair share. 50-50.
Like I said, I would love to do it, but like I said, the previous two reasons, I'm trying to help. I'm already got almost all the money to help get my family move to a better place. And two, I don't get involved with crime syndicates like this. I have done a few jobs for very few of them, but when it comes to Shani Company, you can't really trust anything. Even if it is from a higher or lower executive, there's a reason why the Shani Company is never liked at all. And besides, I think it's almost time for me to get out of the business anyway. I've taken so many lives, well, not on the job anyway, but even then, I'm sorry, Rouge, but it's time for me to walk away.
Maybe some advice then?
Like I said, be careful when it comes to doing this stuff. When it comes to being involved with the crime families, they're under what is the word? Shit.
I have no idea.
Okay, there it is. They're unpredictable. And the Shani family, well, they're less than liked at all, really much. But even then, my recommendation, if you are doing this job, be aware of the consequences that might come with this, because it smells fishy as hell. And I'm sorry, dude, but it's time for me to go. My character just gets up and gets ready to walk off somewhere. So basically, he disappears into the shadows.
Boosh. With that little bit of knowledge in your head now, namely in the this is a really bad sounding job, you still decide to do it for some reason. You might as well take it, you know. It's not like it's totally
you might as well. I mean,
disturbing.
My luck's been good so far, so might as well. I mean,
surprisingly, for like the past 2 or 3 months, you have actually been able to do every job you've encountered somehow. Like, you people seem to keep finding you, and then they either mysteriously fall ill or they get knocked unconscious by your very large stick.
Exactly. So just do it the old-fashioned way. So,
all right. So you decide to go do the job, which is it's actually goes over very, very smoothly, which was rather shocking to you. The most of the guards either didn't spot you or didn't see you at all, so you're able to get quick. Listening to Roasted's word of advice, you made sure not to trust anybody and have a backup plan with the Snee in case something did go wrong. since you are stealing something for them. And so they secured you a boat that you can use to get out of there if it, in fact, was something bad. And once you got to your friend, who's part of the Syndicate company, who was able to verify whether or not it was fake or real or something of that sort, he actually did inform you it was fake, which again surprised you because you kind of expect it to be real with all the effort you had to go through and how much money they were paying you, but you figure this is what they want, so you buy up to the Syndicate company. They appreciate the work, and they also told you that you might want to leave as soon as possible. Having asking why, they replied to you with, you may or may not be now hunted by two of the larger crime families in Anima. Just a warning.
Well, in order to make it big, you have to break a couple of eggs.
On the plus side, here's lots of money. So yeah,
that's gonna be useful.
Yeah, fair amount of money for that. Now, since your job is done, we're gonna cut back to what happened after Roasted left. So you would probably be about there. Let's say right there. And then Roasted went down
probably
here.
in the cold region of like.
Hmm?
Where am I? Sorry.
Probably right about at the bottom, because I'm thinking this is like a camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Roasted, you were walking around a little bit. You were kind of going through the place. But you also noticed some telltale signs of some attacks along the what do you call them? Towns? Yeah. Some of the towns around here, including that one and some of the mountain places.
They're small villages.
Yeah. You noticed the signs of attacks and a lot of damages. And asking some of them, they were like, we got attacked by some White Fang members. They didn't seem to do much besides into the town, look, and break some bones, but then they left, unlike normally where they just, steal everything. But they seem to be on look for someone. I'm not entirely sure who. Having that spike your paranoia, your first instinct was they were looking for you. Knowing that your family was going to Mistral to pick up some supplies, you instead went there rather than back home. And you saw what is quite possibly the most devastating sight in your entire life, is just outside of Mistral was on the path to Mistral, was bodies. Lots and lots of bodies. 3 of which were your family members. Was
the father and the mother and the daughter, the ones who took me in.
Mm-hmm. Was your adopted family members, as well as a bunch of other bodies lying around. But there's a note that was also posted on there, and says, to those who think they can steal from the White Fang, let this be a warning.
My character just is looking with a devastated look at the paper, and he was pissed beyond all belief. He was shocked and really angry. He had enough. He could understand trying to take him down, but taking down people who had no chance of defending themselves, really, and people. How many children are around there? How many children?
Quite a few.
Yeah, my character's beyond pissed. He gets his guns, and he knows how to track people really good. He knows where the tracks are going. Where is the White Fang camp, by the way?
Right about down here.
Okay. Boop. So my character heads back home and gets his guns and everything, and realizing he's had enough. He is beyond pissed. He's lost one of his primary reasons for living, but it's also because of that on the way there, he had an epiphany. This world is too rotten to the core. He has seen a few things. He has tried to do a few good things for this world, but he realized his efforts are too much in vain now. He's had enough. The only way you can remake the world that is better, the one reason why the world is so corrupted is because of hatred. The only way for him, and you can't just get rid of that. The only way for that is to burn everything down to ash and rebirth it again. So now he's becoming an agent of destruction now. So he grabs his guns and starts heading down to the White Fang camp with just a very rageful look in his eye, with fire that can burn everything around.
Mm-hmm.
He heads to that camp, and are White Fang members there, like in the entrance?
Yeah, there's a couple, and like 2 of them stand there, and they say, "Halt! Who are you?"
And my character just looks with his eye, and can they mistake me for a faunus because of my eyes?
Kind of, sort of. They recognize that you are more human than faunus, but they're still more on edge than anything else.
And
Sir, I will not
say,
ask again.
You shouldn't have done that. Those people you killed along that road to Mistral, part of them was my family, and they did nothing to you.
They were in the way.
Yeah, and you know what the big problem is? People like you who kill children when they are innocent. You make me sick. And you know what else is in the way? He pulls out his shotgun and fires at the first one. You are.
The other one pulls out his gun immediately.
And he just fires at the other one.
Yeah. Both are now dead as you continue marching forwards.
He just reloads him again, and he gets fire dust rounds ready to burn everything down. And how many people... let me just roll just for the hell of it. See how much destruction I caused. Just for the hell of it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yep.
Ooh.
That village is toast. That village is toast.
Yeah.
There was like... Go.
So you basically walked in there, and if this was like a movie or whatever, we would just be like looking out and at the like entrance, and just the entire area starts exploding massively. Rogue, roll D20 real quick.
Not me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what you get.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just find it real quick.
You good?
All right. 11.
That works. So you could actually feel, very vaguely, the vibrations from the explosion of the place. You are so far away, you actually be more like here, but you're still so far away that you can actually feel the vibrations of the entire town exploding.
Can he roll one more time just for the hell of it?
Huh?
I want him to see if he can roll one more time, because I want him to see if he can feels this.
Yeah.
Roll
roll again, see if you know what this is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys are breaking up on me.
Sorry.
No!
Rogue,
can you roll one more time?
I don't know what it is, to be honest.
Yeah. Let me type it.
Just roll.
Yeah.
Let's just see what you can roll. I just want to see if you can feel the wave of killer intent.
Stupid Fortnite.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, I opened the Epic Games thing and it automatically started the update, so.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Anyways, I will roll for him.
So,
there we go.
Okay, no, he barely felt it, but he can feel like a tiny bit what's going on. What he felt was the wave of killer intent, like he felt a wave of cold wind push against his body. Probably almost. I'm just gonna say this. Around this whole area, they felt that. Mm-hmm. That's the sign of like a demon has awoken already.
Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot of bloodlust, explosions, and really the entire destruction of the area shook the surrounding place. It was almost like a vibration from the continent itself. But the entire place is basically smoldering ruins of ash and dust by the time you're done with it. Took you right about 20 minutes, too.
Yeah. And the whole village, there was like, how many White Fang members were there? If you don't mind me asking.
Not too many, though. Probably like about 15, maybe.
Let me roll for that. Mm-hmm. That sucks. Besides, you want to make a good impression anyway. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, so not too many people. A decent sizable amount, especially for the let's
Amma. Just say let's just say about 35 members. Besides, it has a camp.
Something like that, 20, 30, right about that amount number. So it was a pretty sizable amount, although not too big of a hit to the total White Fang. It's also an outpost rather than a encampment.
Yeah, it's not a command center, but still.
But it was quite a few people that you just went and slaughtered to hell. So,
and there was one more character, and there was one more who was getting up from the wreckage. My character just looks over there, grabs him by the throat, and throws him against the wall.
Oof.
Oh dear.
You little garbage parasites. You killed those children and my family just because you wanted to get back at me or because you wanted to prove a point. You're the worst kind of scum. He basically just... Is he able to talk?
You're having your hand around his throat, so unlikely. He's probably choking at the moment.
So he throws him on the ground now. And he lets go of his throat. And basically he does this. No, I don't want to kill him. So he breaks his legs.
God.
And then he breaks one of his hands, and he grabs one of his hands and be like, there are many bones I could break. Let's see how many. 1, breaks one finger. 2, 3.
God.
And actually, no, I'm going to pull both of them at the same time.
The mouse
he has
screaming.
One hand left remaining, and he doesn't break that one. But does he have his mask on, or is it over there on the side?
The mask is probably on him, as all White Fang have their masks on.
He pulls off that mask. He actually rips it off of him.
Ouch.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it was on him. I don't know. I think he could just pull it off. But he was pissed. What kind of faunus was he?
Probably a boar.
A boar faunus? All right.
So
what does he say to me after breaking his legs and taking his mask?
He's probably screaming at you at this point, inconceivable, not inconceivable, in coherent words. But you do hear a very soft voice from behind him. Huh. So that's what this was about.
He grabs the white... He doesn't notice right now. He's too angry. His eyes are filled with rage and flames that could burn everything. He grabs him and tells him, go back to... The next time I see this happen, if I see you guys killing one more... I will make your group a living hell.
Dude just kind of like starts scrambling away as best he can.
Yeah, he basically alerts the other White Fang members not to fuck with him.
Essentially. At the moment, he's just crawling away on his hands and knees while screaming.
Yeah, well, I broke his legs and one of his hands.
No, right? God, that's horrifying. But yeah, after he starts crawling away, you see Cinder standing just behind you.
He looks at the White Fang mask right now. He puts it in his jacket. What do you want?
I was wondering if you would like to join me.
What do you mean by that?
You see, these White Fang, I was actually coming to for a job. I need them.
Well, it's too late now. I already learned everything here.
You seem to be even more powerful than they are. You will do nicely.
He points a shotgun in her face right now.
She gives you just the same small smile. That won't do a lot against someone like me. But if you want to see true power, you should follow me.
Can my character roll something? Can I have a character roll very quickly?
Sure.
Let me see. See if he can feel the power emanating from... Oh, yeah, he can. He noticed something. Wait a minute. That energy... You're a maiden, aren't you?
Glad you've noticed.
But part of it's not all there. I can somewhat feel it.
Aye. That is why I need you. I was going to use them, but you seem a lot more powerful.
I might as well go with you. I've lost everything. But there's something I need to collect from my home very quickly. One
She
last
nods.
thing.
The
So
only
my character
things
goes-
that are important in life is very simply what you hold on to.
So my character goes to his home. Does she follow in behind him?
Yep.
My character goes into the home. He just looks at everything. He sees all the memories, all the flashbacks.
Mhm.
He just looks down and with a sad, somber expression right now. But he's trying to compose himself from crying right now.
She
He
looks at him.
opens up.
Huh?
Hmm?
Yeah, she looks at him and she's just like, we lose many things every day, but we must go on.
Isn't that the truth? He opens up a box and he grabs something his adopted father gave him.
Mhm.
It was it's a grim pendant.
She doesn't even flinch at seeing it. She doesn't even know what it is, as you can see. Nice trinket. Is that it?
I don't know. That is it, though. It was something my adopted father gave me that I always treasured. I don't know much about it. It's the last piece of memory that I have of him and
Wow.
my family.
Keep it close and let it make you stronger.
I will.
He attaches it to his belt buckle. He grabs every essential thing he needs.
Mhm.
And he gets ready to go.
Good. There is a boat hang here from Atlas. It should take us to Vale, and then from there we shall be going to Atlas, and then to Crucible. You may have heard about it.
I've heard stories of that continent.
Many of them are true, but most importantly, power resides there. And you will be an excellent tool.
We'll see. This world is rotten to the core. The only way to make it better is to burn it out.
Good. This will do nicely.
Does she have a way of contacting Salem?
Kind of. I mean, the main way of her contacting Salem is by going to Salem. None of them really have a way of connecting to them from long distances, but she does have a way of she does shoot an arrow into the sky, and what you can see is it just looks like a normal, more or less arrow before it explodes, but it doesn't explode in anything. It just kind of turns into air, more or less, which was really weird to see.
I wonder if Salem felt that too.
Mm-hmm. Now, shall we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
So you go to the same place that Rogue is currently sitting at while waiting for the boat. And you see him.
Wait a minute. Rogue?
I didn't think I'd see you again. Hey there.
Well, looks like fate brought us back together again, I guess. Cruel way. What
Seems
happened?
like it. I mean, what happened to me? Well, I did that job, and well, turns out, to the surprise, that was fake, and but the Sneeze did pull up there in the bargain, and they gave me a huge sum of cash, and they got me on this boat out of here because they knew that the crime families weren't gonna like the person who kind of ruined their plans. So I guess you have to give it to the Sneeze to
What did I tell you about trusting the Chinese? You don't trust those little pricks. Well, they did give you money. Now you're on the run.
honest, or helping me escape from Mistral, because in hindsight, it's the crime families that are after me, not the Sneeze. So
Point taken. Oh,
the Sneeze aren't after me. So in all honesty, the Sneeze have my back now, and I'm going to Atlas. So Yep.
How funny. Me and her. This is Cinder. We're planning to head to Atlas ourselves.
She nods.
Okay.
Cinder, this is Rogue. He has a lot of connections here in Mistral.
I do, and I'm looking to always expand on those connections.
Useful. Would you
it
like
was
to
just
join
fun.
us?
Yes, I think I'd like to.
Good.
There's like something to do.
First, we're going to be going to Vale. Afterwards, we shall be going to Atlas and then to Crucible, where you will get your mission if you so wish to continue.
Okay, sounds like a good trip. Okay, yeah.
Shall be very fun.
My character just pulls out his map and looks at it one last time. He grabs a little bit of okay, I'm gonna roll very quickly. This isn't for like anything weapon wise, but he wants to see if he has. Okay.
Nice.
Basically, he grabs a little vial of. He grabs a paintbrush, and he grabs a little vial of the White Fang members. He has a little vial of blood with them, and he gets ready to paint the mask. He gets ready to add stuff onto him, and he uses the White Fang people he's killed, their blood, in order to paint the red lines over it.
Well, that's neat. She nods to you. The boat shall be coming here shortly. After that, we shall set sail.
Very well.
Alright. And with that, that is the first episode. Kind of the second episode, technically, because the introduction is the first episode. But if you guys didn't watch the introduction episode, go check out on the annotation to the left. And on the right will be annotation to the other channels. Also on the left will be annotations to the full Jumpchain list, as well as the good people side as well, if you guys want to see that. And hopefully we shall see you guys on the rest of this journey. And yeah, hopefully you guys had fun with it, because I had a lot of fun here. Yeah. Anyways, we shall see you guys on the next video. Auf Wiedersehen!
Beer and booze.
Later, man.